Well, the New England Patriots get the guy everyone else wants. Everybody is looking for this. A late round wide receiver gem who's shining again this year. If you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but we have this channel talking about stories that the national media just never would pick up on. And so this is one of them. Demario Douglas shining once again. So this is an article, Studs and Duds, from OTA, and as we get into minicamp, and Douglas is impressing yet again. And so remember, PFF's all over this too. PFF's looking at 3 second-year wide receivers who can really go to the next tier in their development, especially in really it's about fantasy scoring, but fantasy, real life, doesn't matter. He's good and really like what he can do. So remember, he's a 6th round pick out of Liberty. He's small. He's like Liberty. It's like, I don't know. Let's take him in the 6th round. Those are the types of picks, though. And again, being a Detroit Lions fan, I'm not saying he's Amon-Ra St. Brown, but can you find this late round wide receiver that can actually impact your team is huge. Because again, yeah, you got to hit on rounds 1, 2, 3, but man, finding these little gems late in the draft, that's how franchises come alive, rebuild faster, the whole thing. So remember, he led the team with 76 targets despite suffering 2 concussions and having brutal quarterback play. That's another point we're going to talk about in just a second. Douglas should leap at least 2 tiers after finishing as a wide receiver 6 in both PPR and half PPR and PPR scoring formats. So again, I know we're talking fantasy, but I love talking and kind of marrying the two, because people that care and talk about fantasy football seriously know like what we're talking. Like you don't mess with the fantasy football side of it, because it's like, you know what, there's some real numbers here. So you should expect him to be a wide receiver 4 or wide receiver 3. Douglas's target rates stand out against both his rookie classmates and NFL slot receivers overall. This guy gets targeted because he gets separation and gets open. So why I say everybody wants this guy is because every team, if you look through the draft, takes flyers on wide receiver, because wide receiver outside of quarterback on the offensive side has become the most valuable position. Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, all these guys are getting paid because it's such an impactful part of the game, because of motions, because of matchups, the way that offenses work. You can, of course, running the football is always going to be important. You have to run the football, but if you can hit a 30-yard pass, I mean, that is a chunk play, flips field position, and is a big part of offenses going forward. So I say all that to say, you're taking flyers on guys, and for other teams to miss on a short guy, he's not, he's 5'11" or whatever, but a littler guy from Liberty that's able to be quick, gets open, and creates separation. And that's where I was going with this is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Again, I kind of compare those two, because can you get open? And Amon-Ra St. Brown has said that he is a better pro receiver than college receiver because, and Demario Douglas, same thing, because there's little nuances. There's got to be quick at the right point. It's not just about being fast, quick, overpowering, and just like, in college, it's like, I don't know, throw it up, see if you can get open, scheme it open. It's like, no, there's this little nuance type stuff. And so as he continues to develop that in his 2nd year, he's only going to get better, plus better quarterback play, hopefully, that develops alongside him. The Patriots are in a really good spot. So I love that the New England Patriots are a team on the rise at the beginning of this like rebuild, whole new thing. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, see ya. In a way that's like good, right? It had to come to an end at any point. Now it's like, all right, Patriots, let's go. Let's get some guys in here. Let's start doing this thing. And it's like, it's kind of exciting in some ways, because for 20 years, there really was no off season. It was Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, bring in a couple new guy here, new guy there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So this is exciting. Now, a couple other studs and duds here that I want to point out. don't forget Jacoby Brissett, which is just, and I say that to myself, right? Because you talk about, you got a new quarterback. It's like, no, he's still there, veteran dude, and you look at the snap counts. It's pretty clear they're going to roll with him and just kind of go with him until something changes. So don't forget about him. I'm talking to myself again. He's the guy. And Drake May, we'll see what you can do, but for now, it's Jacoby Brissett. Christian Barmore is it's been difficult for an everyday defensive lineman to stick out in a non-padded OTA session, but not this guy. The fourth-year defensive tackle who signed a massive contract extension in the offseason frequently blew up plays in the backfield. So great point, right? We don't have pads on, so it's hard to just like have a guy just in there dominating, especially on the interior defensive line. But he's already he's shown that. So if you're a Patriots fan, you're like, okay, what if the defense is just good? What if Jacoby Brissett can play? What if you start having these what ifs that just have to come through for you? And then duds. Here's some things that it's like, I'm not concerned if I'm a Patriots fan, but I'm also like, I'm not loving. Oh, let me share my screen. How about that? I'm duds. Offensive line. Okay. Offensive line. If the offensive line's not there, then just the season's done. Like, duh. So offensive line, get the pads on. Let's see where you're at. I hate judging the offensive line without pads on. That's tough. Bailey Zappi. Come on. It's over. It's over for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, Patriots fans, because it's like, I don't think this is going to work anymore. Thank you for everything. You are now cut. Okay. Again, if you're new to the channel, this channel is all about teams that we like talking about, little stories that, again, national media would not talk about. That Demario Douglas, really good player. You can see that we've got 15,000 subs on this channel. So talking about different teams as we go here, as the season's kind of on the horizon. It's not there fully, but it won't be here. It will be here before you know it, at the end of July, when training camps kick off. And it'll be really exciting. So again, if you're new to the channel, we'd love you to subscribe. We're talking about all kinds of different teams across the NFL, but really teams like the Patriots who are on their way to doing something really, really different than in so many years past for the Patriots. So it's kind of, I never hated the Patriots. They were just boring because they always won and it was easy and nothing. It was just nothing really. It was just like, I don't really know. But now it's like, hey, new players, new coaches, new quarterback. Love all that. So the New England Patriots team that we're definitely keeping an eye on. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.